Hey, what is going on, crypto people? Happy Monday to each and every one of you. Wow, what an exciting time to be an early adopter in this new asset class that is the digital asset space. What's going on right now? Bitcoin is 68,000. What's going on? We're going to get into it. It's absolutely crazy stuff. So, guys, look, we're going to cover the market a little bit, share some posts from the awesome Crypto Eddie, Michael Branch, and Meta Lawman, as well, some of the big time value adds. And we're going to share some interesting little get together. You guys are going to have the chance to get together with Meta Lawman, Scott Melker from Wolf of All Streets, and that dude, John Deaton, that dude in my hometown. So, in my current hometown, I should say. So, let's get into it, guys. This is your XRP Ripple daily news in around 0 to 10 minutes. Let's do it. So, according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is at 2.58 trillion. I mean, it just screamed from last night. 2.59 trillion. One of my liquidity positions is a little bit out of range. I'm going to have to check on that, Solana liquidity position. But in any case, the CoinGecko says 2.59 trillion. Total, the Bitcoin dominance is at 52%. Cool. Stuff doesn't really kind of get into any kind of real thing until, that's 60% Bitcoin dominance. So we'll see if it will get there. Bitcoin is currently trading at $68, $68,000, 68 and 506 bucks. It's up 9% on the 7 day. Isn't that amazing? $68,500. Ethereum is at $3,138. Wow, interesting. I would say again, but it's interesting numbers. We're still ranging. We're still freaking ranging. We're still ranging. What, from 58 to 71, 58 to 70, still ranging. Solana is trading at $181. That put me out of range by like a penny or so. I'm like a like 50 cent. No, 1 penny, $1. Yeah, 50 cents. I'm like 50 cents out of range, 56 cents out of range in my liquidity position. No worries. I'll give it a couple of days before I rebound, not rebalance, but what do they call it? It's like rebalancing, re-ranging, adjusting the range and not concentrated liquidity pool. Loving it over there, fam. Can't wait to share that with you guys. XRP is trading at 52 cents. What the world? 52 freaking cents. Some of the 7 day greens, but ultimately we haven't got back to the all-time high for the total cryptocurrency market cap, which was over 3 trillion. Still haven't got there. Still haven't got there. So the market is just doing what the freaking market does. Listen, XRPL Apex is going to be happening here in June 11th to the 13th. If you can get to Amsterdam, if you can get out to Amsterdam, RippleXRP put this out with over 70 speakers and more than 60 sessions at this year's XRPL Apex. There are plenty of opportunities to get inspired and connect with the XRPL community. XRP Cafe says he is looking forward to it. I think that's Adam. So that's cool. Hopefully, I mean, if you guys are in the area can get to that, that would be super awesome. Speaking of RippleX, Crypto Eddie shares this. Silvio Pagado, managing director of the LATAM at Ripple, the LATAM region at Ripple. She says interview here. A Portuguese page will soon be launched for project submissions to receive Ripple grants. How about that? Brazil has received $200,000 in grants, according to Ripple's communication department. Interesting. Very, very smart to tackle the LATAM region. Very smart. Brazil, I already read that. No fixed amount for 3 levels. Students, professional level, which is kind of like an acceleration. And then the third is portfolio solutions for partners. Interesting. Portfolio solutions for partners. Interesting. Well, there it is. Ripple's doing their thing in that region. I think that's very, very cool. Very, very cool. Ripple is attacking that region for sure. Interesting here. This is a little interesting fact from Tranglo. The volume of XRP ledger transaction increased 100% between Q4 and 2023. Learn more from the Ripple Q1 report. It's interesting that Tranglo would put that out. Very, very interesting. Well, cool, but it is awesomely good to see. Now, this is some interesting stuff here, I think, on a global front. This is interesting. According to the OG in the space, Michael Branch, we appreciate you, my guy. Russia purchased arms manufactured by its BRICS counterpart, India. So Russia purchased some arms from India and paid for it $4 billion worth in the local currency, not in the US dollar. This BRICS thing is very, 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 very interesting. $4 billion in the local currencies. And BRICS is very, very determined to get themselves out from under the Triffin dilemma. It's not really so much about the US dollar. It would be a lot about the US dollar. No, let me say how I should put it. It wouldn't be so much about getting underneath the US dollar if the dollar had not been weaponized in SWIFT sanctions and et cetera, et cetera. It wouldn't be so much about the Triffin dilemma, but it's more about the dollar weaponization than it is about the Triffin dilemma. The Triffin dilemma is essentially whatever the world reserve currency is, it benefits that. When that dollar is doing well, it benefits the nation, but all the other people who use the dollar don't do as well. And then the flip of that is the other nations are doing well, then the country of origin for the world reserve currency is not doing so well. I mean, that's essentially kind of like the basics. So I think this is more about the weaponization of the US dollar and this move to do things in their local currencies than it is about the Triffin dilemma. But in either case, this is what's going on. $4 billion in the local currency. That is some stuff right there. So look, there was some rumblings about Kraken and Tether, but it looks like Tether is saying they're not doing it. So it says here, cryptocurrency exchange Kraken reassured users it has no plans to delist Tether in Europe. Well, that's in Europe though. And will continue to follow all legal requirements. Now I know Kraken, all this other kind of stuff. They kind of said, in some things that they're doing with their staking, I guess it was. I know parts of Kraken have pulled out of the US, but it says it has no plans to delist Tether stablecoin in Europe and will continue to follow all the legal requirements. So we shall see. We shall see how goes that. Interesting. It's a lot of stuff going on globally. It really, really is. There's a couple of things that I wanted to share from Metal Lawman. This is one of them right here. Shout out to Metal Lawman. Hopefully I get a chance to meet you, my guy. We'll see. You guys going to be down here for consensus? We'll see. He says here, yes or no on FIT21. It's a little blockchain bill going, hitting the house. Yes. Join dozens of countries in the EU in adopting clear rules regulating the digital asset economy. No. Take the position that a 1946 Supreme Court case about orange groves provides all the guidance necessary for regulating digital assets in 2024. Simple. Someone asked him, any predictions on the FIT21? Metal Lawman said this, my guess is FIT21 passes the House this week, and then Schumer doesn't bring it up for a vote in the Senate. Congress is very, very interesting because You may have a bunch of people, but it's one person. It's kind of who's the head of the House and who's the head of the Senate. I forget what they call them. And then those respective parties kind of go the way of whoever is the head. Who's head of the House? Who's head of the Senate? I forget the names. And they kind of vote those ways. And this dude Schumer, who's head, doesn't not even allowing the other Dems to be able. He could just not bring it up for a vote. He says, "Hope I'm wrong about the second part." Crypto lawyer Dave Weinsberger said this. Sadly, there are those that see it. Yes, harm their donors by opening up their markets to disruptive competition. No, project confidence that the U.S. capital markets are the world's best. So why allow a global solution to take root? He says this is obviously backwards thinking, but it embodies how Elizabeth Warren, Congressman Sherman, and Brown, etc., view the world. Things are changing, but it's going to be a hard-fought battle for sure. So Meta Lawman put something out about he's hosting a event. Let me go to his page real quick. It's probably the best way to find it. For John Deaton, he's hosting something at Consensus. It's going to be like a little open bar with a chance to meet Scott Melker from Wolf of Wall Street and John Deaton and Meta Lawman, obviously. Here, this right here says, big announcement. I will be hosting a mega party slant fundraiser for John Deaton, candidate for U.S. Senate at Consensus Conference, August, at the Consensus event that's happening, here in a few days. But May 30th at the Hilton in Austin. May 30th at the Hilton. Come meet and join my co-host, Scott Melker, Crypto Wendy. Oh, interesting that she's going to be there. And Paul Barron's going to be there. Interesting. Okay, so you got Paul's going to be there. Scott Melker's going to be there. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so Paul Barron's going to be there. And Crypto Wendy O is going to be there as well. All right, so please use this link to RSVP and contribute. Interesting. Okay. Open bar. All right. And when you click this RSVP button or link, takes you here. John Deaton, U.S. Senate, Massachusetts. So what we got? I don't know. It has all these names here, but I don't know if all these people are going to be there. Meta Lawman, Wendy O, the Wolf of Wall Street, Paul Barron, Anthony Scaramucci, Daniel Payne. Okay, not Charles Payne, Daniel Payne. Perry M. Boring from the D.C. Commerce, David Silver. But in any case, Thursday, May 30th, 6. That would be Central Time, so 7:30, I would imagine. Host committee, give and or raise. The goal is to raise $6,600. I'm going to do a live stream about it as well tonight. Give 100, 250, 500,000, or 3,300 to RSVP. Please contribute below to RSVP. Please contribute below or email Amanda. And again, those are the amounts. And you can click this button if you want to cover the processing fee so that John gets to complete or the total amount that you contribute to this campaign. This is a big deal. This is hugely, hugely important, in my view, in getting John in, more importantly, getting Elizabeth Warren out for sure. And having a level head in this space. And I think John's a really, really good guy to have in that spot there for sure, promoting America first and making sure that we create a better level playing field, right? We need a better level playing field than what we got going on right here. And John gets that and understand it. and understands that for sure. So if you can get out to that, that'd be super, super cool. And I guess you can, RSVP, donate, get yourself a spot, go hang out with some pretty cool people. So there it is, fam. That this wraps up your XRP Ripple Daily News in around 0 to 10 minutes. I hope that it has been of value to you. If it has, hit that like button. And if you've been hanging out watching the Crypto Siege and you have enjoyed those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. We got about 50% of the people who check out the Crypto Siege and listen to the Crypto Siege are not subscribed. We want to get those numbers down. The goal is 30%. Let's see if we can't make that happen together. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.